From the time that Barnabas Thirumeni arrived in America in 1991, he was a blessing to all of us who encountered him. I had the privilege of living close to the Adamana in Belrose in New York and was able to spend time with him and visit him at the Adamana. No matter when we visited him, he always received us with a smile and always offered us a piece of candy. Whenever we talked to him, he would always give us a story or teach us on how we could be closer to God. He showed us by example how to live a holy life in America. With those things, he encouraged so many young people to go to seminary, and he signed my recommendation letter to go to seminary here in America. I will always be indebted to him for being that inspiration in my life. Although many people remember Barnabas Thirumeni as someone who was strict and angry, I will remember him as someone who always desired for us to reach our infinite potentiality, as he always taught us. I remember very often when we would read in church, even from a young age to when I was a deacon, he would always want us to read clearly and loudly. I remember very often, even if he got mad at us and get very angry with us, he would come later and ask us, were you sad? Deacon, did I make you sad? What I said, did it hurt you? Which showed that he really cared about us, even though he would try to correct us and he would teach us and sometimes get angry with us for not doing what we're supposed to do. He taught us in love, and he loved us dearly, that he always made sure that he came and made sure that we were okay. In 2008, when I served as the General Treasurer of the MDOCSM of North America, we hosted the New York Leadership Camp. And although the activities of the week went well, Thirumeni made sure that he was there participating with the kids and spending time with them. I remember, and many people will remember, that Thirumeni was very strict about his prayer life. And even though it was very late when we left the campsite and I drove him back to the Adamana, he made sure that along the way we did this complete Shiva Namaskaram for the day and recited all the prayers, starting from the beginning introductory Kalma all the way through Compline. This was the man of prayer who made sure, even though he did all his requirements and did not get a chance to do his prayers, made sure that before he got back to the Adamana, and even if he got back to the Adamana late, he made sure he did his prayers. That was truly a prayer warrior for all of us who encountered him. I remember one time when I was preparing for my ordination, Thirumeni always insisted that we stay at the Adamana with him the night before and go to the church with him in the morning. I remember I had arrived at the Adamana for the evening prayers, but I quickly needed to go home and get something and try to return to the Adamana as early as possible. Unfortunately, I got stuck at home and I ended up coming late. And when I got back to the Adamana, then PC Thomas Sachin, who currently is Barnabas Thirumeni, told me, Thirumeni is waiting for you upstairs. He's not very happy with you. So I went up to the stairs very scared on what to see, and I went into the room, knocked on his door, and asked Thirumeni, I'm sorry I'm late. Thirumeni yelled at me and was very angry with me and asked me if this is how you prepare for your ordination, and said a whole bunch of angry things to me. And then I didn't know what to do. I kissed his hand and I just gave him a hug. And he closed his eyes and, gave me the blessing and told me to go downstairs to the chapel. And even though he was very angry, even though I know I made a mistake, he was very forgiving and very understanding and very loving as a father. And that is one of the greatest memories I have of Thirumeni, to be such a high and celebrated bishop and to have love for a lowly deacon. And I will keep that in my heart for the rest of my life. I remember sitting and talking with Barnabas Thirumeni and asking him, Thirumeni Pradeshichindu Udano, Urute ministry, American ministry. Was ministry in America what you expected it to be? And were you able to accomplish what you expected to accomplish? And Thirumeni said, I was able to perform, or I was able to accomplish more than I ever expected. And I think Thirumeni is someone who always encouraged us to reach and go beyond our potential and to have and realize our infinite potentiality. And that's something that he always preached, and he always made sure that he instilled in his disciples, in his students, and all those that he encountered. I think today, in today's world, we're always seeking to just do the bare minimum. But Thirumeni was someone who always encouraged us to go beyond our potential and to excel beyond our expectations. And I think today, in this day, he would tell us, think outside of the box. Go beyond what you think you can do. And of course, he would say, love one another and be perfect as your Heavenly Father is perfect.